I
Oh, there.
think I'm recording.
Okay.
I sure hope it is. Putting on this computer. Okay. Okay, well, Shane, do you want to start? Or, I mean, are you ready to start?
Yeah, I'm ready to start.
Okay, are you all ready to start?
Yep.
All right, cool. I was expecting collective silence, and then I was going to be like, all right. All right, so hi, I'm Ethan.
I'm Shane.
And this is the VPA 101 workshop.
VPA 101 workshop, sorry. I will stop
You're
saying.
good.
Okay.
Alrighty. All right, so we'll do host introductions. So I'm Ethan. I'm a third-year psych major at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. A couple positions I've held in the past was 2 years ago, I was the past secretary for the club. This year, I was the past vice president of administration, and then I am the current president. So yeah. And then fun fact, I make pixel art. So if you want to check out my portfolio, there's a link right there. But yeah.
Hi, y'all. So I'm a second-year psychology major at Saddleback College. 2 years ago, I was the MD&E, and last year, I was the general vice president of Saddleback Circuit, and currently, I'm the VPA, second term. And fun fact, I play 4 instruments that includes the piano, guitar, violin, and ukulele.
Alrighty, so then we'll go into an icebreaker first. So yeah.
So this icebreaker is called Know Thyself. So how to play is just, say your name, school, year, and major. So basically introduce yourself and like answer the following questions.
And then we'll go, we'll just go down participants. Oh, we have 32 people. Okay, I was expecting less, Loki. Let me see. Okay, we'll do breakout rooms. I'll make three rooms of 10, and I will see if I can do this. So give me 1 second. I should probably looked at this before. Let's see. Actually, Shane, I'm gonna make you host. Can you do the breakout rooms?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay.
Okay. Or you could just pass on to co-host or something. Oh, wait.
Oh, okay. I just made you host.
Oh, okay. You said 10 groups.
Yeah. There's what, 34 people, so I guess it'd be 10 groups of like 11, and then one of them will have 12.
Okay. I'll just make it automatically.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Okay, that should be right. Fine. Oh my god, yes, Janice! Yeah, it's Janice!
Why is it all the DO people here? Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah! I'm with my favorite UCR person.
Aww.
Hold on. Let me see.
Yo, I swear to God, Ethan, don't make me leave Janice. I love her too much.
No, I'm just like.
You're meant to be.
So, low-key, I kind of forgot if breakout room would do this.
Janice, maybe we soulmates.
Oh, I'm down.
Yeah.
You can be my quarantine bae.
Hey Ethan, why you third wheeling our date right now?
Oh my god.
Excuse me?
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna leave the breakout room real quick, and then I'm gonna join the main session real quick and just
Have
see.
fun.
Can y'all still see the slides?
No, dude.
No.
Oh, okay.
I took a picture of the questions, if that helps.
Wow, that's so smart.
Dang.
I figured there was a possible chance we weren't going to be able to see the presentation, Janice.
She knows.
I had a good feeling.
Hold up.
In the fall.
Mhm.
And my major is I'm an English creative writing major. I had to actually remember because I haven't been to actual school in months, you know?
Wow, I didn't know that. That's so cool.
Yee.
You can read my English papers now.
Yes,
I'm
I
done with
can.
English,
I
actually.
honestly could.
Hi, Ethan.
Hi, Ethan. Welcome
Hello.
back.
Okay, I'm. Oh god, I was trying to figure out all the breakout rooms and stuff real quick.
You're fine, bro.
Mm-hmm. You're doing great.
Thanks.
It's the
Hold on.
beginning.
Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting. I forgot that the breakout rooms would probably not have everybody.
Okay, what's the
It's
next
fine.
question, Alex?
It's fine. Me and Janice are enjoying our date, getting to know each other.
Mm-hmm. It's like a sim of speed dating.
Let's see. I didn't answer the favorite comfort food.
Mhm.
I'm very much like you. I love like barbecue stuff. Specifically for me, it's got to be the barbecue Lay's chips.
Oh, that's good.
I just love those chips.
Mm-hmm.
So good. The next question is going to be, what is your goal you want to accomplish this year in Circle K?
A goal. I want my A board to get distinguished. We
Yes,
haven't
Janice.
done it like twice.
Yes.
in a
You
row.
can do it, Janice.
You got this, Janice.
Yes.
Yo, just fight all your A board members that don't want to do their awards this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm strong. I'm a strong independent woman. I got this.
I guess like in control type of goal, because in my mind would be like to go to decon if there is a decon next year. Because
I hope.
no, let's pray.
Mm-hmm.
But like I think a goal for me, just because it's my last year, is just like 100% to get at least like because I have like a bunch of MD&E goals. So like for me, it's like at least like 5 people to do workshops, at least 10 new big and little pairings, and then like to at least like get like an award for MD&E, because
Yeah.
that would be fun.
You got this. And at decon, wow.
I try. Let's see. What is the best part of waking up?
Food. I don't know.
I get to play Animal Crossing again after
Oh my god,
sleeping.
Add me, Alex.
Yeah, I'll add you, Janice.
Oh my god. I'm like addicted. I go on Animal Crossing every single day and I don't even know why. Like, I do the same thing in the game.
It's like Minecraft for me. It's just so like you can do so much, and that it's very like like there's always like another goal to accomplish.
Yeah, there's always updates. Like, aren't they having new stuff now? I'm so excited.
Yeah, they're gonna have a couple of new things. Like right now, it's just the bamboo event, which like surprisingly, I've gotten through at least a little bit of them.
Oh.
But like yeah, they're gonna have more events, and getting like the I think the villagers too. I think the villagers.
Oh yeah, dude, my villagers are so ugly. I need to kick them out.
Are you gonna harass your villagers? Oh,
Hey Shane.
Hello. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see.
Good. I think it's a participants list, and then if you go,
participants,
it should be like more.
Yeah, so I put more, and it's just like saying like chat, stop video, forbid, record, rename. So I'm just like, wait, what?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. It was probably a good idea too.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Hold on, let me try to see if I can.
I mean, if anything, can you move between the breakout rooms and then just like check up on everybody, and then we'll all meet in the main one.
Okay, all right. Hold on, let me just check really quick.
Oh no, you're good.
Yeah, sorry about that. It was, yeah, I'm not really that familiar with Zoom.
It's
Oh,
all
okay.
good.
You're fine.
Okay, back to Animal Crossing.
Yes. No, yeah, like literally that's probably just for me. It's just waking up, playing Animal Crossing again. That's my life right now.
It's like on Sunday you need to wake up early to get turnips.
That's right. You gotta get them
That's
turnips
all
on.
yeah.
Dude, I've seen so many people basically become millionaires in the game because of the turnips.
Actually,
turn-
Shane, do you want to end the breakout
Yeah.
rooms, and then we'll
Yeah.
just
Yeah, sorry.
Ethan.
Trying to figure this out, but yeah, I'll end up breakout room right now.
I'll see you.
Rip.
Oh, sorry about that, y'all. There was some technical difficulties. Oh, Shane, can you share screen? For it? I guess it's only host can. Oh wait, JK. Now I can. All right, so I'll wait a couple more seconds before everybody joins back. Okay. All right. I think that's everybody. Alrighty, so sorry if there was some difficulties. I wasn't expecting all the rooms to.
Yeah, I
wasn't
didn't know that the
expecting-
screen was also gonna not appear. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully you got to know some people. If you didn't, I don't know. I'm sorry. But yeah, so we'll continue. Okay, so starting off the VPA workshop. So we'll go over the role that the VPA has on eBoard. So being part of eBoard, obviously the VPA, this depends on basically how the dynamic is in the club. I know for us at UNLV, it goes the president, then the VPA, like second in charge. I know at like Riverside, they have the president and then the VPS. So it just kind of depends, but there is a dynamic duo between the president and the VPA. So what this means is usually the president will have a hand in the board, as well as just anything you do, and then you'll have a hand in basically all of the board as well. So you have to communicate with the president and go through all of the, you have to communicate with them, and yeah.
Yeah, so communication is key. So it's really important to communicate within your club as well as your board, and just like, you know, just making sure everything is doing well.
So the next point is building a strong board or strong bond between each board member. So being the VPA, you will have an appointed board. And so building that strong board or that strong bond between everybody is definitely key. You do want to have everybody succeed throughout the year. You do want them to communicate with each other, work effectively, develop that teamwork. And even on eBoard, having people on eBoard also develop that kind of teamwork and communication between everybody is
Okay. Yeah. Have one-on-ones stay updated with each other. So make sure you're checking in on everyone, just making sure like they're doing their tasks, or if they need any additional assistance, they could always help you out as well.
And then you are a liaison for the club, as well as you do represent the club as a whole. So you might not be the exact face of the club, you'd be part of that face. So if anything, you'd be like a cheek or the chin, whichever part of the face you prefer. But just in general, you do represent the club. And either if you're at events or if you go out to other clubs and kind of like seek their help or anything like that, you do have a part to play in there, and to make sure that you do have like a sense of professionality, as well as just being able to be effective with that.
Yeah, so help manage conflict resolution. So by all means, like make sure you guys are being professional and just doing your tasks and etc. So yeah. Ethan, do you want to add anything to that?
Sure. So part of conflict resolution is obviously figuring out how to resolve that conflict. This depends on a lot of different things. Since you will have to manage a board, there's a couple of different ways to go about this. I know a couple of years back we did have a situation, and what we did was we brought in a mediator. It was a past alumni, and we had both sides in the room. They both kind of let out what each side was doing and like why they disagreed with each other. Our mediator was able to kind of work through with them and basically find a common ground and resolve that conflict. So we'll ask you real quick. So what are some ways that you guys would develop a strong bond between board? And you can just unmute yourself or raise hand or whatever, or just type it in chat.
Yeah.
Hello. So I'm Alvin from UCI, and I think some strong ways to develop a strong bond is just to have like weekly board meetings if you don't already have that, and then obviously like board socials. Like I planned out a couple like online like code name socials and like playing Tetris together, and I've also been doing like a board buddy system so that I pair like two board members who don't really know each other that well together, and I like rotate every like 2 weeks, and I give them like activities to do, and then like I'm also having like a small incentive for like those who get like the most points or like do the most stuff together. So I think that like works pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Alvin, for sharing that. Did anybody else have anything? I think we'll go with like one more, if anybody had any.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, the VPA from Long Beach. One thing I've been testing out is actually grouping up my A board based on like position and like what exactly they do. So for instance, I have like a media group, which is the PR chair, graphics, tech, and historian. And so what we do is I schedule like meetings with them and also the president as well. And we basically sit down and plan like the upcoming term together. So it gets them collaborating with each other on different projects, as well as helping them with the timeline we gave them for board. And so we do that for media, for like event planning, service, fundraising. So basically it's just a way for everyone to talk amongst each other and like collaborate not only with work and professionally, but also, you know, just bonding in general.
Cool. Thanks, Ricardo, for that. But yeah, those are definitely good things to apply for developing a strong bond between board. So I guess we'll move on for now. So I think Alvin kind of touched on it, like board socials and stuff.
Yeah, so for like food socials, like potluck/picnic. I know last year, right after we did our elections, we had a potluck. So we had everyone bring in a stuff like cupcakes, chips, etc. And we just ate right after elections. So that's pretty fun. We also like go to Ding Tea, anything where like there's like board games and boba drinks involved, like that's pretty fun too. Korean barbecue, that's always a good way to also interact and eat with friends as well. Hangout socials such as hiking and like Chuck E. Cheese. I know 2 months ago we had a DLCSP, but right before we had an hour to spare, so we just played our games, arcade games, and Chuck E. Cheese as well.
Yeah. And then there's a couple online socials. So obviously, since we're kind of in the era of Zoom University, you might have to seek some online kind of things to just get your board interacting with each other, as well as this can also be applied to general members too. So movie marathons, you can always share your screen on like Zoom, Discord, whatever streaming service you have, and then watch something on there. Jackbox games, for those of you that haven't played it, they have a bunch of different types of games that people can interact with each other, and also overall it's a pretty fun experience as well. But yeah, so make sure to try and apply those. Those are always good ways to just casually bond, because there's professional bonding and then there's also casual bonding. And you do want to get people to enjoy their time in the club as well as just being on board and then getting to know people also. But yeah.
So VPA duties, so general responsibilities including leading club meetings in the absence of presidents. So if your president is absent that day or they're running late, make sure to let your board know and start the meeting without him or her.
Yeah. And then the next point is you're in charge of the appointed board or committees. This all kind of depends on like how many positions you have or how your club functions. We have an appointed board at UNLV. So you're in charge of interviews, applications, one-on-ones, all those kinds of things, checking up on everybody and going throughout the year.
Yeah, so doing paperwork and forms. So I know in my club, like we have to do all that paperwork right before the fall semester starts, so make sure to turn those in and complete them.
And then going back to the appointed board, there is filling in vacant positions. So if you don't have a position that's filled on your appointed board, you will have to kind of control that position and kind of pick up where it's needed. I know this past year we didn't have a single service at the beginning, so I had to work with our VPS and kind of get some tabletop services going for our club. And that was always pretty good. But yeah.
Oh, and sorry, organize socials and icebreakers. So make sure to always plan socials and icebreakers as well. It's really important to build that fellowship within your members, and then yeah, just getting to know each other.
Yeah.
Forms and paperwork. So records of paperwork is make sure that they're organized and turned in on time. So just make sure that you have everything completed and turned in in that office. Know the rooms to get approvals and forms. So I know in my club we have the administrator room where we get the forms and we just submit it there. Sign up events such as Club Rush. So Club Rush, it's very important, so you make sure you communicate and prepare for that event. Send emails and be formal for inquiries. Since I was the general vice president on the previous term, I had to contact event coordinators for socials and service as well. Hang club posters around campus. So the image on the left side, we hung club posters around the campus and make sure they're in appropriate areas.
And then going off the club posters and everything, obviously graphic standards. So if you do have anything that you're promoting or kind of releasing for club, there are some graphic standards that you have to abide by. So the first one is the style guide. So if you want to see how to make anything from like a PowerPoint to styling like flyers, posters, all that, it's in there. So the style guide, yeah, in the style guide. And then next thing is there's the Google Drive for all the district graphic files. If you're looking for anything like mastheads, the stripes, any kinds of things like that, like the icons for each division or international, they're all in there. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And if you have a PR chair or public relations chair, getting them this information and also these resources is definitely key. And we'll move more into the appointed board. So as VPA, you are considered the glue between boards. This all depends if you have an appointed board. Shane doesn't. But yeah, so there's my appointed board in the bottom left. As you can see, we are definitely irritating. But yeah, so you do have to kind of build that sense of like unity between both boards. It's not just an A board, but also with the E board. So you do have your children, I guess, so your A board, and then you also have everybody else as your E board. And then you have to kind of make it just be board. Yeah. The next thing is choosing your appointed board. You can do this a bunch of different ways. I had it where it was application based, and then the next thing is we do an interview based on their application, and then we choose after that. We have like a whole day that we just spend choosing everybody and seeing like where they fit in each position. Also, when it comes to choosing a board, there's different prioritizations. So some people may prioritize positions, like if you have a, I don't know, like a special events chair or something that like is in charge of like some large thing, or like a Kiwanis family chair, and you really need that filled. Some people might try and look for that position and try and like fit somebody in there. Some people will try and look at their skills, or at least the people that are applying, and seeing like, oh, do they have like experience with like making a newsletter? Do they have experience with a little bit of like, I don't know, promoting stuff on like Instagram and stuff? Maybe they'd be a good public relations share. So it just all kind of depends. You might have different people applying for different things. So just figure out what you need and then figure out where people can fit. So yeah. And then we kind of touched on this before, but filling in vacant positions. So yeah, obviously if you don't have a person for that position, you'll have to work and try and figure out like how you're going to figure out that position and how you're going to get everything done. This year we didn't have a special events chair, so they're in charge of our 2 largest fundraisers. So that was definitely hard. Had to work with all of eBoard and kind of get everything set up for that. So it definitely does take a toll, and that can sometimes take up your whole year. But yeah, and then again, communication is definitely key. So make sure to communicate between board. Make sure to kind of keep a sense of transparency between everything. Make sure if you are running into issues or if you do need help, just let them know. A lot of people are helpful anyway, so just feel free to reach out. You're not in this alone. You do have the rest of your A board and also your E board. So yeah. One-on-ones. I kept a Excel sheet that had everybody could sign up on, and I would go through every like day and then just kind of see if there's anybody that signed up for a one-on-one. Definitely keep an updated calendar. Sometimes it's hard not looking at some sort of calendar or something, or you'll say like, oh yeah, I'll sign up, or you can do the one-on-one like at 5 p.m. like tomorrow, and then forget about it. I know that's happened to me a lot, so that's always hard. But yeah. And then board retreat. If you have one, this year might be a bit different for some clubs, but last year hosting a board retreat where everybody can kind of gain more leadership skills. You can definitely implement a lot more fellowship skills. You can have people feel a bit vulnerable around each other, and then kind of bring in a sense of unity between boards. Yeah. Do you have anything to add for that?
For the board retreat, like it doesn't have to be like a 3-day, 2-night kind of like staycation or etc. Like you just have to like do like an activity together, like bowling or like board games, etc. Just like building that unity between your A board or your E board. Yeah.
Alrighty, so we'll ask you guys again. So in what ways would you help maintain and help your appointed board throughout the year? And you can just unmute yourselves again, or just type in chat or whatever. Alvin said that he played code names for 6 hours at his, oh my God. Your guys' board retreat? Well, I guess nobody's gonna answer then. Yes. we can move on. But yeah. So we'll go through.
Oh, do you want to start?
Okay. I was like, I don't remember who starts this one.
Okay.
All right. So we'll go through a couple tips and pointers. The first one being using a planner or calendar to stay organized. So if you do, we use Google Sheets, or not Google Sheets, Google Calendar to kind of plan out each event and also just plan out one-on-ones and everything. So definitely keep one of those so that way you can, I don't know, stay organized as well.
Yeah. So set deadlines to get things done on time. So I believe that like just having that small task can also you could also achieve your big goals. So just setting deadlines to just like, oh, make sure to get this graphic done and then advertise this and that. Yeah, so that will really help you out in the long run.
So next point is speak up when it's necessary. If you do have something where, this definitely goes for board meetings. If you do have something where it's like an idea for that position, or if somebody on your A board is kind of, I don't know, you might see them slacking or something, definitely speak up. You don't have to call them out like at the meeting, like definitely don't do that. But just like reach out to them on like a one-on-one basis and kind of see like what's happening. So definitely speak up when it's necessary.
Yeah, so that also correlates to like communicate with your board. So just making sure that everyone's doing their part and just like helping each other out and like, you know, yeah.
And then this next point kind of goes up with the speaking when it's necessary, but it's definitely make constructive criticism. This goes along with any position. If you do see, I don't know, somebody on A board or even E board, and there's something that could either be done like slightly better or there could be a more effective way of doing it, definitely just like kind of say it. Just be like, hey, I think this way that you're doing is like good, but it could be like better if you do such and such way, or maybe this would be good if you tried it out. Just kind of like those things. It's definitely effective when kind of just making the club more efficient and running more smoothly.
Yeah, so lead by example. So just making sure that like you're keeping that sense of professionalism and casualism at the same time. Like you have to, like, you know, you represent your club. So just making sure that you're leading everyone by example.
And finally, be transparent. We're all human, so definitely be transparent if you are running into issues. If you think the club is running into issues, you can talk it out with board. If you want to reach out to E-board first, and then A board and everything like that, definitely do so. There's a lot of things that might be a bit hard or may be a bit challenging throughout the year, so definitely do ask for help if you're not alone. So you can reach out to anybody. Yeah. Alrighty. And then, yeah. Y'all have questions, comments, concerns, queries, conundrums, shenanigans?
Yeah, let us know. So yeah.
Yeah.
We have our emails right there, Facebook.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
scan the code, the QR code on the right. That's the like sign in and like workshop eval and everything like that.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys have any questions?
Ren's asked what our favorite memories about being VPA was. Shane, do you want to go first, or?
You can go first. I'm still thinking of mine.
Okay. This isn't really like one memory, so it's a couple different ones. It's definitely when you see your A board kind of grow and succeed. I know we have a couple new people on A board, or at least on my appointed board from last year. I think, let me see who's in here. I think Alyssa was in here. Her growth was definitely one of the things I was definitely proud of. She went from like super quiet and shy, reserved, but like, oh, I'm super outgoing and I can talk to people and I have a huge amount of like, like leadership and stuff. And seeing that growth is definitely like something that's always cool to see. Yeah, we love character development.
Yeah. So probably like some of my favorite memories, like it doesn't have to be anything in general, but like probably just hanging out like in our usual Dainty or Pingo. Like we always just like play board games and just like getting to know each other. I don't know, I just really like those fellowship events and just like, yeah, just getting to know each other and hanging out. I always love those.
Was there anything else that anybody had?
You have this time to interrogate us, so.
Alex, I think you raised your hand.
Oh my god. Hi, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was
you
talking
muted?
to myself.
It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay, never mind. Vanessa answered my question.
Oh.
I was gonna ask what session this was. You guys did great though. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Sure. I'll ask all of you guys a question. Assuming that you guys are, or a few of you guys are like up and coming with VPAs or newly elected, but what are some goals that you guys have for the upcoming year? Oh, okay. People are putting in the chat. Okay, I was gonna be like, okay, we'll just have silence. To not fail and disappoint the president. Oh yeah, that is true.
I guess I'll go. One of my goals is to leave the term with a bunch of my A board wanting to join board again.
Yeah, definitely. That's
Yeah.
always a nice feeling. I'm not gonna lie. Alvin, I believe in your goal.
One of the goal that I accomplished last year was just like interclubbing to other clubs. Cause like last year I was able to have like a few service events with like Cal State Fullerton, UCI, IBC. Yeah, so that was pretty good.
Okay, hi y'all, welcome back. One of my real goals is to make sure my board members are having a good time and that like they can like plan out and like execute their events without any like roadblocks, and I can like clear them up and like help them with stuff and just make sure everyone's like having a good time.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You can do it, Joanne. We believe in you.
Oh,
You can
I
get
mean
that
that.
A-board.
Yeah, you can get that, your boy girl. Oh my god. Yeah, so like I was the general VP last year, and then I didn't have an A board, but like so like I always had to do stuff on my own, but essentially like I learned it's okay to ask help from your board or also the DLT, etc. So just yeah.
All right, definitely Nelly. Okay, I think, yeah, I mean, we're slightly done. So, I mean, oh, okay, wait, hold on. Oh, okay, fine. We'll go through Renz's thing on here. Yes, but what suggestions did you guys have for the summer, like for events planning? So regarding summer, this also depends on, well, JK, I was gonna say your state. I don't know why I said this, but yeah, since Nevada, California, Hawaii are all like closed anyway. But yeah, so some of the things are to have like online socials, at least like with board or whatever. You can also invite your general members in too, since that way it gives them something to do, and also it creates like it creates a closer environment anyway. So you need to do like movie nights or whatever. Board retreat and everything, that's kind of like up in the air. I don't know if anybody has actually planned their board retreat completely completely yet. Oh my god. So yeah, but that might also be over Zoom. That depends on how the situation kind of like occurs and sees like what happens. UNLV closed campus until August, so we're kind of trying to figure out what we can do for board retreat, if we're even going to have it on campus, or if we're even actually can't have it on campus, if we're even going to have it in the first place, or if we're going to have to do something like online, and then later on in the year we'll do something in person. But yeah, but definitely try and like build that sense of environment and sense of unity between your board members. If you guys just had your appointed board like set up and everything now, this is definitely like a crucial time to kind of communicate with them, kind of see where they're at, and kind of see like, oh, have they gotten in contact with like the predecessor? Have they, like, do they know what they're doing? And kind of go from there. Yeah. Oh, yes. And if you do have any, if you do want more things on what you can do during quarantine, you can go to CKI during quarantine, which is the webinar tomorrow. That'll also be hosted at 8 p.m. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, if there's nothing else, I mean, we can just end, and I mean, I'll be in this call for a little bit longer in case anybody had anything last minute. Shane, I don't know if you're gonna stay too?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay a little longer.
Okay, so we'll be in here for a little bit longer. You guys are free to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you all for joining.
Good job, Ethan and Shane. Proud of you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm proud of you guys. I'm also proud of you,
Thanks.
Shane.
Wait, did you guys stop the recording yet?
Oh, no, we haven't. I guess I
Stop
completely forgot. Hold on. I still had it up. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna stop it now.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.